Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Race Spec Esports Euro Series Combined Championship. It's time to head out onto the track for the swapped around race that was missed earlier in the season. It's the official 13th race of a 15 race season. We're heading to Spain. I think it was the second race of the season that was missed for whatever reason, so we're fitting into this here break week, and waiting to see what the drivers are going to get up to tonight. Oddly here, I'm just hoping that we've got our championship leader in the yes, he was very late to join, but he's here. Armchair Bike leads the championship currently by 44 points, and so the target for him is to outscore Marine, his friend and chief rival. If he can outscore Marine by I think 8 points tonight, he will be champion regardless of what happens. So it's within his grasp to make it happen tonight. But Armchair Bike with a commanding lead at the head of the championship from Marine on 161. Then we have Fioretto holding on to third currently. And Instant in fourth, but Prime catching quickly on 116, and his target is to get third in the championship. We heard from him last week in our interview at the end of the session. Like I say, we're heading out to Spain. In terms of Constructors' Championship, it's much closer. Aston Martin lead the way, 278. McLaren 251. Williams 231. Mercedes within range, but a little bit further back on 190 points. So the Spanish Grand Prix we have in front of us. I'd love to hear a weather update from our drivers if possible. So if anyone's listening in on stream, do let me know. And if you're here to enjoy racing with us, do say hello. Let us know who you are and who you're here to support. More importantly, and hopefully you'll enjoy our race tonight. We got short qualifying, 18 minutes of action for you before a 50% race as ever here at Race Spec. Make sure you've subscribed to the Race Spec Esports channel, where you'll see a great deal of racing through the week for your enjoyment. And if you get a notification, obviously you'll know when we all go live at different points, and suitable for all over the world. The way in which the series is structured. For just about every region, there's a good Race Spec Esports league to suit. Well, it's Dara who's first on the track. I've not commentated for him before, so we'll see how he tackles this first lap. Just getting the car organised and getting his setup sorted out. Waitsy says hello. Good to hear from you, Waitsy. Old friend from leagues past, but Waitsy, hope to catch you again on the racetrack, of course, sometime soon as well. But always good to have someone stop by and say hey. Good to have Waitsy with us. Hope Waitsy's new job is working out well, and it's making up for the lack of gaming that is resulting because he's on a difficult shift pattern. So our sympathies to a driver that once was, shall we say, Dara, now attacking his first lap down here in Barcelona, heading towards turn 1, known as the Elf Corner. Good overtaking opportunity, but really there aren't many of them around here. It's a difficult technical track. Well into turn 3 now. Should be easy flat in qualifying, but medium tyres for Dara for his first banker. Going to test his pace out and see how he's getting on. Turn 4 handled nicely, and down the hill to the Seat turn 5 hairpin. Now it's easy up through turn 6. Turn 7 Berth unsettles the car, and so it proves for Dara. Very difficult. Turn 9 here is the Campsa corner. Often flat out in quali trim and time trial, but less so when the fuel is on. The main hairpin of the corner is the La Caixa, turn 10. We go into the very tricky somewhat bogus section now that we now have to have in every track, it seems. The turns 13, 14, 15, and then the New Holland final turn, and Darrag's lap is almost over. And what will it be? A 17.1 on medium tyres, immediately up there with a valid lap. Behind him on track, I think we've got a Ferrari. Is that Jack just finishing his lap up? It's a 110, 118 000 for Passion Jack. Quite a bit slower, but Michel goes pole on a 16.9. Rockin, Passion's teammate, Jack's teammate across the Passion team is comes in on a P3, 117.5. Who else have we got racing at the moment? Todd is getting his lap together. Soft tyres for Todd. Radical right in the middle of the pack so far. Todd joins him, and Fioretto up there. Fioretto still holding on to that third place in the championship, but not if Prime's got anything to do with it, I think. So Todd up there with a good performance. Marine is on an outlap, so gone for a slightly different schedule than everybody else. So we'll try and catch his lap in its full, shall we? Because Marine chasing down and trying to delay. He's trying to delay Armchair Bike's championship glory to the end here. We'll see if he can do it. It very much didn't go to plan in Azerbaijan, and that's not going well either. Turn 2 and a completely unsettled car turn round for Marine, and he'll just try and slowly get the car back without dropping any major damage. Unfortunately, getting excited about his lap, and it didn't work out at all. Armchair Bike very relaxed as usual, doesn't want to get out there in the melee with everybody. Quite happy to run around and wait for his opportunity. Marine, if he managed to avoid an issue with damage, might even be able to run these tyres around for a safer banker lap to come shortly. Dr. Trupox, I saw, had invalidated everybody coming into the pits now. I'm not able to get you a good flying lap to watch. Maybe let's hang out with Prime though for a minute, because Prime, Waitsy knows Prime. If Waitsy's stayed with us, Waitsy knows Prime, and he knows how quick he is. And I'm sure Waitsy would be surprised to hear that Prime is usually third or fourth fastest in this league. It's hyper competitive here at Race Spec Esports Euro Series. Prime then getting the car out of the final corner, across the line. It's a third place, 17.172, and on medium tyres. That's very handy indeed, just 2/10 off the pace. But we've yet to see good laps from our championship contenders at this point. Drax is in the chat, he's also in the car, and he's running into Sector 1. Let's see what he's got. I'll just check to see if Marine is finishing his lap. I think he might be. Yeah, but it's a 1:54.479. Questionable attempt there. Drax a little crossed up through turn 4. That's not going to buy him a great deal of time, but be a good job to finish the lap off anyway, and see if anybody breaks the car on this first lap. Well, Drax just coming into turn 10, very wide at the apex, bit of a Vettel line through an apex, who typically doesn't worry the apex too much at all. Always manages to carry speed through them nonetheless. Well, Drax in the Haas, finishing out his first flying lap here. I think we've got Armchair Bike about to start a lap as well, so we'll go and have a look at him shortly. Drax up to 10th then at 18.2. Coming up behind, we've got one of the Aston Martins who lead the championship at the moment. I think that was Instant. Crossing the line. Tommy just starting his lap now. I think Marine about to cross the line. New pole position, 1:16.365 for Marine on medium tyres nonetheless. That's a good marker for everybody else to aim at. 16.365 is your provisional pole. But I think Armchair Bike will have something to say about that, and let's join him in his bid for pole. Just lets everybody get out there and clean the track up for him for the first runs. Yeah, sorry to hear about Stitch. Thanks for joining us on the stream, Stitch. Hope you're well, and sorry to hear about your situation today. But hopefully things will improve, and you'll be able to shake it off. Come back strong next week. Armchair Bike 21.8 is the first sector. Heading down the hill then to the hairpin. Lovely line through there, just perfectly under control. Chose the amount of lock he needed and never deviated from it. Similar here. Silky smooth skills from Armchair Bike. Oh, distracted from the car behind, an Armchair Bike leading the championship on a bid to try and win it this week. I think he may well, my eye at least, was caught by the Williams off track in front of him, and he's out of the session. Wow, in dramatic fashion. He was well on it, and I don't imagine he's been pressed about that. That was a big moment, and I wonder if the other car distracted him. I may be being unkind, but it was distracting me while I was looking at it. So, well, good to hear, Stitch, that you're not seriously injured. But our best wishes to you and anybody else that might have been involved, of course. Ferry is on an outlap and about to finish up. Alex Pato, similarly, gets through a 118.915 on that lap. So let's ride with Alex, who's shown quite a lot of pace in the last couple of races. These drivers going well off circuit. It's so distracting, and Alex gets an invalidation on exactly that moment. And I think we need to perhaps have words with drivers about how to get out of each other's way, because it's not seemingly very useful doing that to people. Chester's on the way in, doesn't like that lap at all. Might have been good to finish one off, just in case you're piling too much pressure on yourself later. Ferry though, purple sector for him only, I believe, at this early stage. And an invalidation. It's very easily done. The track really welcomes you to try and push right to the end. Dr. Trupak's just starting a lap, and Durar gets a new pole position, timer 16.328. That's super close to the car behind. Alex is in the only Alfa Romeo and won't be running here, but Prime on another push then to try and start a fast lap. And let's ride with with Prime now. Marine in the pits, Armchair Bike at the foot of the field, and Marine's got to look at this and think, hey, this is an opportunity to try and actually win this championship if he can outscore Armchair Bike. But of course, there's a lot of racing laps to go. So Prime purple first sector, that's more like it. That's what we want to see. Going faster, currently P7, but I don't expect him to start there. Welcome if you're just joining us on the chat. Say hello, tell us who you're here to support. If you're driving and you've got a different name, tell us, because it's difficult to remember everybody's alternate names. But Prime about to hit the timing beam under the braking zone. Nearly 4/10 faster. Bit of an under rotation on the front left, but gets himself to the apex, and that's what matters. You can scrub the tyres. It doesn't really affect you too much over one quali lap. Very nice lines here, avoiding the worst of those yellow curbs on the inside edge. Away to the line then. What will this be for Prime? It's up to P3, a 16.670. Very handy indeed. And we've got a slight lull on track now while drivers finishing their laps and coming on into the pits. Drax is actually on a lap here. Everyone else is going to wait in the pits for a final run on the best track conditions. And Stitch cheering on instant here. Excellent. It's the most passionate league that I commentate on, I have to say. Race Spec Esports Euro Series on a Tuesday. Yellow sector isn't going to worry Drax. He's well out of sector 2 and just needs to see off this tricky Monaco-like final sector. The car needing quite a lot of encouragement to reach the apex from Drax. And will this be a better time for him? Yes, a much better time. Gains 10 places and up to P4, 16.864. I think Michiel might be another one to watch now. He's just starting a lap. As down there in the bottom order at the moment. Oh, that's ruined immediately. So my apologies to Michiel for saying it's a good time to watch you if you're watching along. Rockin is inspecting the gravel traps. All present and correct, Rockin? I hope so. What about Epicalandru then? On the attack on his next attempt here. Marine still on medium tyres. I wonder if he'll stick on those or come in to try and get the pole. Epicalandru then. Looking good. A lot of turbo wine on the Alpine. And a very typical, not for him, I'm not being unkind, very normal place to invalidate there. Unfortunately, the curb on the inside of turn 8, as this track just tricks you into trying it on through there. Tommy showing the way how to get through turn 8 safely. So Tommy P13 at the moment. Quarter of a second faster than he's been before, and we've got some very tight times here, so this could gain several places up the order. Durat is out on an outlap, and I'm sure the drivers will extend a welcome to Durat for joining the league, but not if he's going to come in and get pole position immediately. Then they will retract the hand of friendship very quickly, and he'll become a rival. Tommy for the line. Where does this one sit? It's a P9. He did consolidate that. He bettered it in the final sector even, and got a good result out of it there. Indeed, I think Ferry is about to start a lap, but I think so too is Durat. So let's go and see Durat. Here he goes then. I'm saying Durat. Is that correct, or is it Dara? I'll stick with Durat for now, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Cross the apex nicely for Durat. How's this going to fare across the first sector beam under the Pirelli bridge? Quicker still, quicker than he's been before, and he needs to just extend that gap slightly because Marine will be quick shortly. 2 minutes to go in quali before the checkered flag falls. Durat's gone for a lap here to see out quali without traffic. Tiny correction through turn 7 and 8. Lift into 9, and we'll get a picture of the middle sector. It's another purple. Wow, he's gone so much faster. That's why it looks quick, because he's on the ragged edge of adhesion through several of these corners. Durat is 2 opposite lock moments. Does he bail out of it? I think he's quit on this lap, unfortunately. No more from him. Oh, the car is just all over the place. The tyres are ruined. Can he really get another lap out of it, I wonder? Or will he just cool them for a lap and go again? Prime's trying to find a gap. I think he's found a very nice gap indeed. Marine's still chilling out in the pits. I don't think he's coming out. I think he's done. I think his day is run for Prime, for Marine. Sorry, everyone's got rhyming names. It's difficult. Todd goes up to P4 now. Prime through to cross the first timing beam shortly, and then I'll see what Durat's up to. Prime slightly over his time. What about Durat as he sees turn 9 again? That's going to be an invalidation any day you like, fortunately. So getting the car well into turn 7 is Prime. Almost a downshift through 9. Again, very close. Just needs a monster final sector to finish this one out and get above Instant, who's gone in P3 and retired immediately. Prime with a purple middle sector. Oh, that's an invalidation. He's just riding that outside curb by a few millimeters too many, and it's not going to happen for him. It's not going to happen for Todd either. Checkered flag has fallen. What about Drax? He is a shade under his time so far. He could jump up a bit here. Nearly 0.3 of a second faster. This could see him troubling P3 and 4 if he can hold on. Don't think he's going to be up there in pole, but he could well be on the second row. Drax, as they hold their breath and wait for him to cross the line. Drax upshifting smoothly through the corners, and it's P3 for Drax, 16.562. He did manage to better his previous time by a good chunk. What about Alex? He's down there in 11th, and I wonder if that's a tactical decision to cross the line 11th. Chester about to finish up. He's gone into the pits. I think that's all she wrote for our session, guys. That's it. Dara from Marine and Drax, then Instant and Prime, Todd, Fioretto, Michiel, Radical, and Andrew, your top 10. Wow, breathless and super fast. I don't know where that 20-minute session disappeared on us to, but that's what's happened. So, Alex Pato starting on free choice of tyres. Good place to start a race if you can't get up there in the first few rows. We've seen him make alternate strategies work before in the championship. He did his qualifying session on mediums, and he'd be happy to start on those, I'm sure. Marine managed to finish second in qualifying on mediums when he didn't even need to. Well, he'll start the race on mediums, but Dara for Ireland and AlphaTauri getting the pole position. Not quite the W, as his avatar suggests. Dara, Marine, Drax. Marine trying to hunt down Armchair Bike in the championship, remember, and could take a big chunk and take this through to the final two races. Drax, Instant, Prime, Todd and Fioretto, Michiel, Radical and Andrew. And then free choice of tyres first to Alex Pato, Tommy, Dr. Trupox, Jack, Rock in Ferry, Chester, and Armchair Bike, our championship leader. A last of first challenge perhaps, will start 18th for McLaren. Hope you're enjoying it with us tonight. If you are, please hit the like button for us. It all helps. It's a very small way to say thank you for the broadcast and everything that we do to bring you the best racing possible. Sun shining out there in Spain, and we are looking forward to what I'm assuming will be a dry start at least. So Marine, can he capitalise on his great friend and rival Armchair Bike's very poor qualifying? I wonder what Armchair Bike made of that. He hasn't made any comment in the driver chat area. I'm kind of expecting him to. Alex just giving out a little bit of advice to fellow drivers to position to watch the track map and not mess with other people's fast laps. 33 laps we will have for you. Amazon predicting a lap 6 to 7 decision to come off the softs. Now what's happening with Dara's car here? He's enabled and someone's hit him from behind. That's Fioretto disqualified from the session. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Has Dara gone off to get something? But why would his car be active? That's very interesting. The driver's just assuming that he'd be ghosted and drove straight in the back of him. Big confusion for me there. Well, everybody choosing non-soft tyres where possible. That's just then Rockin has gone for hards to start the race. That's very interesting. You're cheering on Tidal Wave for the win. He's not here. Yeah. But we're predicting, so Lewis predicting that he wins the bowling he's gone to instead of the race tonight. Durar still hasn't made it off the line. Very interesting situation. And I wonder if that's going to affect our race start at all. Armchair Bike at the back with it all to do. So a last two question mark mission for Armchair Bike to try and keep his championship on track. The Ferrari teammates starting together low down there. I wonder if they've got better race setups on. We're almost finishing our formation lap already, aren't we? So better get my way up the grid order. The best of the qualifying seems to be lying with the Williams team, 2nd and 6th, with Aston Martin 4th and 8th, not far off, and 2 AlphaTauris in the top 10. Apart from that, teammates really far spread apart. Durar is still pointing in an odd angle, and I guess his car will be reset by the game as everybody else comes up to finish the formation lap. Will he get reset? It's going to be a difficult place to start. I've seen drivers pointing the car to their rivals, but nothing like this before. So, quite what's going on, I'm really not sure. I'm waiting for some start lights. Expect to see that car suddenly jump back into its box. I hope. Durar, I know, had a connection problem in quali. He exited and rejoined, and that might be causing a major problem for us. I think that is going to be an issue. Very interesting, very important point that on a Codemasters game you never ever rejoin during qualifying. I think we might in fact end up with a restart even here. Let's see. We can't get the game going. Yeah, we will have a lobby restart. About 8 times out of 10 I cannot hold the stream, so if you're watching, please head back to the Race Spec Esports channel if the stream stops, and we will have the race rebuilt for you and back underway very quickly. Everybody leaving the session, as you'd expect. So unfortunately that is all we can do for you. We will rebuild the session, and we will be away with you. So please go back to the Race Spec Esports channel if possible, and if our stream fails, go back to there and we'll have the stream back up for you very shortly. I will try and hold the stream if at all possible, but it's very difficult.